Hello and welcome to the not quite so lockdown bunker. It's a bit like recovering from a car crash, then remembering that your divorce has just got to the nasty stage. The coronavirus has delayed everything, especially our Brexit trade negotiations with the EU. Even before the crisis came along, it seemed unlikely we'd get a deal with Brussels by the Johnson government's deadline of the end of the year. Now, it seems pretty much impossible. So, what can the government do? Well, it could take advantage of President Trump's problems. A few weeks BC, before COVID-19, the smart money was on Mr. Trump winning re-election in November. Now, though, the US economy has plummeted and only the president himself and some of his loyal supporters think he's done a good job in dealing with the virus. At the moment, it looks as though he could well lose the election. So now would be a good time for Britain to do a deal with him, given that he's a bit desperate. And though a proper full-scale trade agreement will take far too long, Ed Balls, the former Shadow Chancellor, is suggesting that a political mini-deal could be done, containing a whole series of promises and declarations by the two sides, with the details to be filled in later. The trouble is, America's a hard country to do deals with. It uses its vast economic muscle to great effect, steamrolling the other side into submission. And one of the promises that Donald Trump will want the Johnson government to make is that Britain will follow the current US line against China, which of course will make it far harder for us to get a good deal with China itself, something we'll also need. Plus, you can bet that the American negotiators will want a promise from Britain to move away from the EU regulations, particularly on food, all that stuff about banning chlorinated chickens and synthetic hormones in beef and so on. And the US will definitely demand a massive stake for its ginormous pharmaceutical industry in supplying drugs to the NHS at price levels we wouldn't be able to control. Will Boris Johnson be able to agree to some or all of these things? Well, they certainly won't be popular. I'm beginning to wonder whether he'll feel that dealing with the coronavirus was the easy bit. Thanks for watching. Until we meet again, goodbye.